I don't know if there's anything after the music loops, so I'm gonna let it do its thing. Oh, right. Okay. Um, this is the only thing I'm going to be doing, and there's a reason for that. Now, I lucked out in that the name I was gonna go for is a good one. There are good and bad names, comparatively, but there is a formula, I guess you could call it, with how the names work. There's a whole chart. You can Google it. I don't know if the one on GameFAQs is entirely accurate, but there are more helpfully calculators that can tell you where you end up at level 30, which is the highest level. And you can see if you're on the track you want to be on, because there are higher strength, agility, hit points, and magic points, and you have a combo of the two. You can be strength and agility, strength and hit points. You can be agility and magic. You could be hit points and magic, I think. I want to be agility and magic. And this happens to be that, but there's also how much of a bonus you get to the stats that end up lower than the maximum possible. And I have a good modifier for that with the name I plugged in first. So, again, I got lucky with that. But there is a thing to being more or less successful with names in this game. But it's something you can Google easily. But I didn't think to check how well. Oh, right, it doesn't actually let you name yourself Erdrick. I've done that in later games, but I don't think this one let me. Okay. Status. So, this is my starting stats. You don't get magic until 3rd level, but the progression will get me to 200 versus it could end up lower. I'm not sure how much lower offhand. And the agility, oh, I'd have to look. But this is where we're at. We have to go buy what we can of gear and then fight stuff until we can afford better and, you know, RPG stuff. Yeah. The problem with the inn is you have to actually make enough money killing slimes for it to be a net gain. The enemy. She's in a cave behind a dragon. But I am. Fine, be that way. Okay. This is the start, so I'm gonna want a save state for that, but also a new one. And I didn't remember the shortcut for that. But like I said, that's all I wanted to do was get it started and explain that yes, there is a thing about the names, and since you can only see the first 4 letters, having a 4-letter name, apparently only the first 4 letters actually go into the calculation anyway, but they're all you can see, so giving yourself a longer name, I think. I don't usually give myself long names in games where there was still that 8-character limit anyway. But yeah, I think. Oh, yeah. If I take it off of this, it defocuses it. Also, I have turned down the volume in the emulator as much as I can without turning it off completely. But I'm going to have to listen back and see if that's enough, or if I'm going to have to turn it down more in OBS. But I figured I played through the 4th one, why not do the first 3? I haven't actually ever beat the 3rd one. The 3rd one's weird. In the classes and party members you can have or not. So I kind of end up getting bogged down in that. Also, there's some randomness to the leveling, and I also get bogged down in that. Anyway, we'll get there.